All right, let's jump right in. We're about to explore one of the biggest shifts happening in our world today, the fusion of artificial intelligence and medicine. And no, this isn't some far-off science fiction. This is a revolution that's happening right now, completely changing how we diagnose, treat, and even prevent disease. So let's break down how this incredible new intelligence is reshaping one of the most fundamental parts of all our lives.
This quote just nails it. We're not talking about small little improvements here and there. We're talking about a fundamental rewiring of the entire health sector. It's not just an advancement, it really is a total transformation from the ground up. So, here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll look at why healthcare is at this really urgent crossroads. Then, we'll dive deep into how AI is changing clinical care, the actual seeing, predicting, and personalizing. We'll also see how it's letting us invent new cures at unbelievable speeds, creating an always-on health system, and finally, what our intelligent medical future is really going to look like.
Okay, so first things first, let's set the stage. Why is this AI revolution not just a nice-to-have, but an absolute must-have necessity? Well, we're at a really critical moment in modern medicine, facing enormous pressures from pretty much every side. I mean, just think about it for a second. Costs are spiraling out of control. We have these critical shortages of doctors and nurses. People all over the world are living longer, and we're dealing with diseases that are more complex than ever. These aren't separate problems, right? They're all connected, creating this perfect storm. And it's that storm that has thrown the doors wide open for a powerful, data-driven solution like artificial intelligence.
So, we've seen the problems. Now, let's get to the good part, the solutions. And we'll start right at the heart of patient care. How is AI changing what actually happens? In the hospital, in the exam room, in the lab. This is where the technology gets personal, and it's impacting all of us in really profound ways.
This slide just shows the leap forward perfectly. On the one hand, you've got the traditional way, a radiologist, manually looking over an X-ray or an MRI. It takes a long time, and hey, we're all human, so it's vulnerable to error. But then look at the AI column. It's automated. It delivers results super fast with incredible precision. But the really crucial point, the game changer, is that last line, continuous learning. A human expert's knowledge is based on their own experience. An AI model, it can learn from millions of images, spotting tiny patterns a human eye might never ever see. And it just keeps getting better and more accurate with every single one. And that incredible diagnostic power, that's what finally unlocks the holy grail of modern medicine, true personalization. For decades, the goal has been to stop treating diseases with these one-size-fits-all approaches and to start treating individual patients. AI makes this a reality. It can analyze massive, and I mean massive, data sets about you, your genes, your lifestyle, your medical history, to predict which specific drug or therapy is going to work best for you. It turns medicine from a practice of averages into an exact science. So AI is helping us treat existing diseases better? That's amazing. But what if we could invent entirely new cures faster than we ever dreamed possible? This is where AI moves upstream. It's tackling the slow, incredibly expensive process of discovering new drugs, and it's completely changing the game for creating life-saving cures. Just look at this pipeline. Traditionally, finding a single promising compound for a new drug could take a decade and cost billions of dollars. AI is compressing that entire timeline. It can scan huge biological libraries to find potential drug candidates in weeks, not years. Then it can simulate how those molecules will actually behave in the body, predicting success before a single physical trial even starts. The result? We can bring life-saving medicines from just an idea to a patient in a tiny fraction of the time we ever thought possible. Okay, let's zoom out for a second. We've been looking at the individual patient and the lab, but now let's look at the entire healthcare ecosystem. Because AI isn't just a bunch of separate tools. It's the connective tissue for a smarter, more proactive, and truly integrated system of care that actually works for everyone. And this chart just brilliantly illustrates why that system-wide approach is so critical. A staggering 75%, 3/4 of all healthcare spending goes towards managing chronic diseases like diabetes and heart disease. These are long-term conditions that need constant management. So any technology that can make that management more efficient has a massive impact on both our health and our economy.
And this is what that proactive system actually looks like. It starts with something as simple as the watch on your wrist, continuously monitoring your vitals. And AI can then analyze that data stream and predict a potential health crisis days in advance, letting your doctor intervene before you get sick. And in the background, it's streamlining all the administrative headaches, like scheduling and billing. This is the big shift, from a reactive system that only treats you when you're sick to a proactive one that helps keep you well in the first place.
All of this innovation, from proactive systems to personalized cures, it all points towards a new future. But what does that future actually look like? Well, the key isn't just the technology itself, but its relationship with the human experts who have always been at the very heart of medicine. And this right here is the single most important takeaway. This is not about replacing doctors and nurses. It's about empowering them. The future of healthcare is a partnership. It's one where the immense computational power of AI handles the data, spots the patterns, and runs the simulations, freeing up clinicians to do what they do best: apply their wisdom, their experience, and their human touch to make the best possible decisions for their patients.
And this leaves us with a final, really fascinating question. As AI takes over more of the data and the calculations, it frees up our doctors, our nurses, and our scientists to focus on the things that only they can do. So, as medicine gets smarter and more intelligent, what will it mean to be human?